Welcome back to another episode of Madden 26's Superstar Career Mode featuring Isaiah King. And today we have bad news. Joe Burrow is out of the game. You can see right here, with the quarterback out, the team will be turning to you, but so will the defense. But I have bad news for you. If you look at our body, it's on fire. So we're going to be hitting rest for wear and tear because we are going to be dead after this game. Now, our weekly activities say a big streamer's game. A very well-known streamer, Good Game Bro, has invited you to come play Madden with him and his buddies on a live stream over at twitch.tv/GoodGameBro. It could be a lighthearted and fun way to connect with fans, but you have to skip personal training. Refuse the invite and go to PT, or skip PT, appear in the stream. I'm gonna be honest, we are going to PT. Did you see our body? We're cooked. And our trainer thanks us for it. And the reason why we're not going on Good Game Bro stream over at twitch.tv/GoodGameBro is because if we get to level 3, we will get a toughness upgrade. Right now we have a stamina upgrade. We need toughness, stamina, and more toughness. And the only way to do that is by making our trainer pretty happy. And after that heavy snow game, we've been talking to the coaches and we realized that our coaching should, our carrying ability should probably get upgraded a little bit. And then we'll go ahead and upgrade our trucking as well because we want to run somebody over at some point. And so gone are the days of carrying like a bread loaf, and instead we're gonna go to high and tight because we don't want to get benched. Sunday night prime time, we are heading down to Miami and we don't have Joe Burrow. Word in the street is maybe he was partying a little bit too much. Okay, maybe Miami nightlife got a little bit too much of him, but we would never say that about Joe publicly or in a press conference. Instead, we got to go out here and destroy the Dolphins today. So much work to be done with Miami already scoring, which means that we are in trouble. This is our starting quarterback, okay? If you turn his number upside down, he's basically Joe Burrow, but instead he's Mr. Browning, so here we are. Little pass caught. Oh yeah, your boy in the open field. Isaiah's got a chance to turn this one up and he gets to the 50. They're stacking the box because they are not fearing the passing attack today, but the rushing attack finally gets positive. Little pass here. Isaiah's gonna catch it on the flats. Plenty of room to get to the first down marker, and he's there and gets lit up. He's got to be careful here. This team is gonna need him so much today. If he's out here getting lit up, it's not going to be very good for his longevity in today's game, but an overthrow to T. Higgins. 2nd and 10, King trying to make something happen. Jake Browning, we have no idea what's happening. He's getting sacked. Bradley Chubb brings him down. Not looking good for our team as we're trying to fight for a playoff spot. And at this point, Jake Browning goes deep. He's got a man. And he mossed him. Are you kidding us? We don't care if our route running was bad. That was a nasty touchdown. Jake Browning feeling like that guy, pal. A huge play for him. Gets us the ball right back. Isaiah with another good catch. Trying to make him miss. He's almost got a chance to get back to the open field. He has multiple passes, but they're only counting that as the first short pass. We got to really figure out what coach's definition is of a short pass. The other big thing we got to remember is that we have to win 5 blocks today. And it's hard to do that when you're the man that's getting the ball every time. 3rd down, 10 yards to go. Kind of a crucial spot. Isaiah throws a block, and Jake Browning fights for his life, and he goes down. Browning under center here. We're going to try to win some blocks. Solid. This one goes underneath, and okay. We're doing okay. It's been a rough game, though. In the first half, we have 0 rushing yards at this point. Not exactly ideal, but we're moving the ball still. Jamar Chase is a good grab, but we've already got significant wear and tear. And we're going to get more after that hit. 26 seconds left. Trying to be smart here. Jake Browning says, I'll run and then slide before the first down marker. We're going to use a timeout here with 20 left. We're hoping that Jake is smart enough to get the ball out of bounds here, but you got a feeling he's going to take a bad sack. That's a good pass, and they say it's dropped. 4th and 5, finding ourselves needing to get something here, and look at Isaiah in the open field. He's got a chance, but in Miami, they're still kind of fast. But a risky play on 4th down that goes for a first. Apparently, it's not 4th and 5. It's just a bug and it's broken at the moment. But we're going to get a nice little pass to T. Higgins, which gets dropped. 2nd and 10, Browning. He's got Isaiah. King kind of gets mixed around a little bit, and maybe he loses a yard on that play. Finding ourselves on 3rd and 10. Isaiah just turns, sees the ball, but can't get his hands on it quick enough, and that's going to fall incomplete. 3rd quarter's winding down. Miami's found a way to get back on the scoreboard, and we are just looking like we miss Joe Burrow dearly. And to be honest, I feel like we got catfish. That first play by Jake Browning was so good, and since then it's been downhill. 10 yards to go here on 3rd down. We don't really know who that's going to, but Jamar Chase is going to catch it for a negligible gain. And again, the punter has been our MVP today. We're going to try to get this run game established. Isaiah trying to get out of his own man's way, but he can't quite get it. But Jalen Phillips goes down for Miami this time. Going out here to the run. Nice cuts by King. King trying to get out here to the left-hand side. He's got a chance. They're chasing him down, and they bring him down again. That wear and tear. If he didn't have that, he might have been gone, but he's still dancing on him. This offense getting a little confidence now. Browning knows that at least he's got one player he can count on here. Little adjustment, little miscommunication. King to the edge, maybe about 2 or 3. They say 4, and his X Factor's activated. He has trust, which means he should not be fumbling as long as he doesn't get tackled for a loss. Coach Taylor leaning a lot on Isaiah. And he showed that he can do the most with it, but not much there. The Dolphins have honestly been one of the worst teams in terms of rushing yards allowed per game, but here they've been shutting down King pretty heavily. But Jake Browning, throw the ball. Miami ends up scoring. We're down 10 at this point of the game. We don't really like our chances, and Jake Browning is running for a couple of yards at a time. Isaiah had limited carries, about 6 yards per carry. But overall, this has just been a game that we would love to forget. 3rd and inches, just trying to get some stats here, make it respectable, and King's going to get that and goes down. Lining right back up, running the same play, because why not at this point? To the sideline. Oh my gosh, we caught one. Even though we went out of bounds, they don't even care. They just run the clock out of here. Zach Taylor might be getting fired in the offseason. 7-7, no Joe Burrow. He went and partied too much in Miami. And Mike McDaniel is just laughing until he goes home and plays Madden all night. Isaiah, disappointed in his team's effort today. King ends up with 61 yards and 10 attempts. Again, a good yard per carry, but he didn't get the rock enough. 58 reception yards. Overall solid. Gets to level 21, but he knows that he wanted to win more than anything. Look at this man with his orange belt. What does he possibly want right now? So as you know, we've got the Cardinals this week. Yeah, I know, I've been watching. How aggressive are we talking now? Pretty aggressive. They've been sending extra rushers on over 50% of their defensive snaps in recent games. Need to be ready. Okay. Are we adjusting the play calls? I don't really want to block anymore. What are we doing here, coach? We're planning on using screens and quick passes to counter their blitzes. Sounds good. Just make sure they can get the ball out. And then Burrow's back. It means a lot of opportunity for you to catch the ball out of the backfield and make some big plays for us. I'm aligned. Before the game, we find out that we can play Madden with the hacker. And he's called to hang out and play a little bit of Madden. But you also got a text from Logan Wilson asking you to join him and a couple of friends going out because Logan Wilson's super needy. So honestly, our relationship with him is pretty bad. We need our defense to be pretty good, so let's go ahead and just hang out with Logan and company and see if maybe our defense gets a little better. And so with our big game against Arizona, they're going to blitz more frequently. Their middle linebacker is going to be faster, has increased strength, and we have to rush twice for 10-plus yards and run for 25-plus yards after the catch. Both of those feel doable, unlike last week's goals. It feels good to be at home, where Joe Burrow will hopefully not party anymore and be present for today's game. We need Joe. If we lose the game the remainder of the season, I got a feeling we're probably out of the playoffs. If we win out, we are probably still out of the playoffs. But we have a chance at least. Arizona goes out and scores, and we know that Logan Wilson, we shouldn't even be friends with him anymore. This is the best he can do. Solid run by King and get about 6. Look at that. Last week, we don't want to talk about that performance. It was not great, but that tattoo looks amazing. Joe Burrow, again, good to see this man back out there, but we'd love to see it even more if he'd been there last week to help us win a game. 3rd and 5. They go to the halfback screen. This one, look at the blocking he's got. We can only wish. But honestly, if we can just, save our wear and tear a little bit by letting Chase Brown get a couple of touches here and there, we'll be okay with that. But we would also love blocking. After losing a yard, Isaiah gets it right back, running up the middle of the field. And look, we'll take that. That's a 10-plus yard rush. Coach and the team are starting to see how good he can be. Look at all the broken tackles that basically went nowhere. Pretty long drive here. Burrow's going to hand it off again. King really not much. We'll make it 3rd and 7. Starting the second quarter here with the big 3rd down. King is going to have that. He might have got killed, but he held on to the rock. This team can be so good. We just haven't really put all of it together yet, whether it's offense, defense, special teams. We've had a lot of struggles this year, but at least Isaiah's not fumbling now. That was his second 10-plus yard rush of the game, so we have one of our goals out of the way. Nice cutback by King, and look at that. 3 yards. Amazing. Keeping it moving here. Burrow gets hit as he throws, but man, he gets it out to Chase Brown, who's been solid in the passing game. This drive has taken 17 business days, but here we are inside the red zone. Just trying to be great. This ball's thrown into Jamar Chase on a post corner. And Jamar Chase gets this game all tied up. The offense comes back out on the field, and as you can tell, the defense is playing Matador defense right now. It's not looking great, but get off of us, little boy. Isaiah couldn't get off his own blocker, but he took that all the way down. All of our timeouts, we're going to start using them here. We were unsure of what was happening, but Burrow, dinking and dunking. We're using our first one with 21 left. 21 seconds in a dream. This ball, nice pass. And Jamar Chase has us down in the field goal range, and he's still going. Jamar Chase is a grown man, and he gets it to the 10. Unreal run by Jamar Chase to put this team in scoring position. This is what happens when Burrow's back. And Isaiah has us down to the 4. We use our second timeout. 10 seconds, one timeout. Burrow's got to get it into the end zone here. He throws this on the doorstep, and they say 3rd and inches. We use our last time out, and we'll see what coach ultimately decides to do, but we kind of hope he goes for it. We had the ball on the 1-yard line. We have no idea if he went for it, if he kicked the field goal and missed, but we got no points. So we're back out here. Watching Joe Burrow keep that one and go nowhere. So after all that work, we got to climb ourselves all the way back down the field and try to get more points. And we're saying get off of us, little bro. 3rd and 2. But our back is on fire and our leg. Lieutenant Dan. Burrow comes out here in this cold night on 3rd and short. Everybody in the stadium knows where this ball's going, but the question is, will the O-line block for him? And they do, and King is going to try to turn up. And he gets it to the 44. So far, he's averaging over 6 yards per carry, just like last week. The Cardinals starting to load the box a little bit more here, but King sees a spot up the middle, maybe back to the line, and there's a timeout here as Mack Wilson Sr. gets hurt. Clock might have stopped, but the boys are still out here, and looks like Jamar chases another good grab. 3rd one of the game. Arizona's defense slowly giving up some yardage here, and our blocking is slowly not doing what they should. Chase Brown back in the game. It's like a dump off to him. Chase Brown again, another good run after the catch, and way to get a first. We're trying to come out of some heavy sets too and just play bully ball right now. We don't know if the Cardinals really have the personnel to compete with us in that situation, but they do. I think we lose our X factor on that. We lose yards for the first time in a while. Lost a yard on that play. Isaiah with a great move, another great move, and he's in tackle from behind at the 10. 79 yards so far today. What a good game. The only real gripe you can have with him right now is he's just not been able to get his team into the end zone. And on this one, can't even get back to the line. Lost a 2. Burrow has his guys out in the pistol. Quick pass here. T. Higgins falls forward to maybe the 5. That's going to bring us here to a 3rd and 5, essentially 3rd and goal. This ball is thrown, and Chase somehow makes it 1st and goal from the 1. And now it's meat on meat. A whole bunch of big dudes pushing on a whole bunch of other big dudes. Isaiah's trying to get into the end zone. He's got the carry. It's a wide open lane, and King is going to get in there for his first rushing touchdown of the day. Didn't score last week, but this week, he's helping tie this game right back up. 5 and 10 Arizona Cardinals right now have us on the ropes. Our defense has just let us down time and time again, and our offense can just barely get the ball down the field. Time winding down here in the 4th. King is going to get one, and his offensive lineman pushed a guy right to him. He is cooked. 3rd and 11 here. This is a big moment. There's a flag on the play. We got to imagine Burrow goes down. We're hoping it's on the defense here. And as you can imagine, it is not. 4th and 19 coming up. We got to be punting again. This is a miserable performance by the Cincinnati Bengals again. And just like that, the Cardinals pick up win number 6 in the season, and Isaiah sits on the bench just flabbergasted. We got Burrow back. He was done partying. Whether it was the O-line, whether it was the defense, there's just a lot of blame to go around. But I don't think you can put the blame on Isaiah King today, because that man, 80 yards on the ground with a touchdown, 25 receiving yards. He did what his team asked him to do, and then a whole lot more.
The Bengals game is over, but his work isn't done yet. After a full season of playing together as a group, it's time to take stock of what this team has become since week 1.
Things get a little wild here. Isaiah, tough game today. What was the biggest factor that played a role in the loss? Oh, we want to throw some people under the bus right now. Coaching, execution on the field, my own play. I'm going to be honest here. This is a tough one. We're blaming the coaching at this point. The players and everything on the field, but some coaching decisions out there didn't really help us at all. I'm going to be honest. I expect better from the sidelines. Yeah, coach, we're talking about you. Is this loss a sign of things to come for the future of this team? We could be optimistic, realistic acknowledgement, blunt critique. I think we're going to have realistic acknowledgement at this point. We know there are areas to improve, but we're committed to making the necessary changes to succeed. But honestly, we're frustrated. Thank you. Go Bengals. Someone trade for me right now. This week's game, the offense is going to be a little faster. Our offense has improved blocking, and we have to get 20-plus rushing yards in a single play and catch 4-plus passes, but there's something more interesting at play here. And we're going to talk about that in a second, but firstly, we're going to have our wear and tear recovery complete because that's what we got to focus on. And then from a weekly activities perspective, there's a fashion show versus an interview. You agree to do a fashion show with your stylist, but your agent managed to book an interview on a major sports channel last minute. I mean, we're doing the interview because we don't care about fashion right now, okay? We're sorry. But the big thing here is we hit level 10 for our sports psychologist again. So now we have 99 overalls across the board going in this week, this is going to be a fun one. And with that, we're going to improve our short route running a little bit because it has been bad. We're trying to get our catching up a little bit, and then that's going to put us up to a 79 overall. We're so close to an 80, but this has been a good rookie season. And if you're wondering how good, well, 11 rushing touchdowns, 1,284 yards on 232 attempts. It's honestly been good, but we want to finish strong here and get over 100 yards because it's been a couple of weeks since that happens, and we got to lock in. And there's actually a little bit at stake here. Tyler Boyd is currently up, which is surprising to us for the Offensive Player of the Year award, but we are right there in second place. And if we go over to the Offensive Rookie of the Year award, we are currently ahead of Ashton Genty, but again, we need to go out strong to make sure that that award and potentially Offensive Player of the Year are coming back to Cincinnati. Ending the season at home is a little bittersweet. We are officially out of the playoffs. We have an opportunity to bring home a couple of awards, and that's really what matters right now. When the team goals are out of the door, the individual goals come walking on in. Our defense continues to struggle this season, and look, we scored the 4th lowest points this season. And on the first play, I think we're going to be okay today, a 19-yard rush. But we have the 4th fewest points scored this season. We've given up way more points than honestly we should have. And Isaiah is just tearing up this Cleveland defense. When you unlock these games where you have all 99s across the board, you're kind of in the zone, locked in with your sports psychologist, it is a different type of feeling. Isaiah was a little bit slow to get up on that play, but he seems mostly fine, stays in the game. Huge opportunity and another great run. 51 yards on just 4 attempts so far. Inside the red zone, King's going to get a little screen play here. He's turning up, and King is going to go down to the 1. And this incredible drive is going to end here almost as King gets blown up in the backfield. Since he's going to spread things out a little bit, make the Browns defense have to fear maybe a pass play, which they haven't seen pretty much the entire drive, and King is in the end zone, dancing a little bit, and finally, Cincinnati's on the board. Hopefully Isaiah's in there multiple times today. The defense, though, was able to do something nice here, and on Cleveland's second drive, they don't really go anywhere, but neither does Isaiah. He loses a big amount of yards. This is a really tough defense to be deep in your own territory on. Burrow's going to switch the play, and Mason Graham nearly has the safety force. So this point is 3rd and 16 from your own 1. You don't love to see that. This ball is picked off. A terrible throw by Burrow. He had no reason to throw it. And the Browns are going to score as Denzel Ward goes to the house. Burrow's turnover put us in a little bit of a bind, but King ready to go on this drive as he gets lit up for after 3. Not a lot of passes so far today, but honestly, with the way this man's running, you would hope not, but can we block it all? The scariest part about today is King had about 4 rushes for 51 yards, and then his next 6 rushes, he's lost 3 yards. And as you can tell, there is 0 blocking for this man at all. The defense is just psychic. About 110 left, you can expect to see a whole lot more passes than we saw on the first couple of drives. We'll see if the Browns are as psychic against those. And Burrow goes down as Myles Garrett gets to him. 2nd and 19. This ball thrown off the back of a Browns player's helmet. So 3rd and 19, rather than potentially throw another pick 6, we're just going to run the football, try to get a little bit of clock out of here, but the Browns immediately know everything that we're doing, so we're cooked. 1st down and new drive. We're just going to watch Joe Burrow dink and dunk. 2nd down, King looking for something and just bouncing off his own players, but it is a 1st down. Back-to-back handoffs for King. He's got some room here. The spin move is going to carry him down the field. Another big rush. It's the first time we've seen a long rush from King in what feels like forever, but it's good to see it happen. And it's also good to see Myles Garrett again. Hello, sir. Little loss here. We're going to switch it up. Jamar Chase is going to make it 3rd and short. For what it's worth, we are in the 3rd quarter, and Joe Burrow has 30 yards passing in this game. Underneath, now he has about 38 yards passing. Little run for 3. Looking for blocking here. King with another good rush, and Myles Garrett chases him down from the opposite side. It's hard to believe the King got in the end zone so early in this game. It feels like it was a game or 2 ago. But here he's up the middle, and he's in the end zone for the 2nd time, and finally, the Bengals are back in the end zone, and this game is going to be tied up, but the question is for how long with the way this defense is playing. Bengals defense continues to struggle. Another touchdown where the Browns just march down the field. King, little spin move for no reason, but hey, he gets some yards. One of the big things we talked about was having him have over 100 yards rushing today, and so far, he's on pace. Nice little cutback here, the good juke move, and he's so close to slipping away, but he's over 100 now in the afternoon. Burrow's been under center a lot today. His passes have not been great. King turning up. King trying to stretch, and they bring him down. So close to getting away from Delphin. That puts him at 121 this afternoon. It's interesting that after he called out publicly Coach Zach Taylor, the offensive line started feeling like, hey, man, maybe we should block for this guy on some of the plays. 2nd and 11. This ball is thrown to Isaiah for no reason, but he catches it and gets almost a first. His body is cramping up. This team has 1 third down conversion today, and the Browns don't have a single third down conversion because they haven't had to have one. But we get our second one of the game here as Burrow has 52 passing yards. Browns defense giving up yard after yard. Another pass here across the middle is going to get us in the red zone. We haven't heard Mike Gesicki's name in a minute, but that first down grab was huge for us. 2-minute warning approaching. King getting the ball, trying to stretch. Nice spin move. He's got a chance, and he's down at the 1-yard line. Browns send the heavy unit. We don't really know if that's going to work, and the 2-minute warning is probably going to save us on that play. Coach is going to switch things up a little bit. Still a heavy box unit here for the Cleveland Browns. But King is going to go into the end zone, mostly untouched. He's going to spike this one. He gets his second rushing touchdown in the second half, which is going to make Nike happy, and maybe they might send him a care package because this man has been on fire today. Deep in our own territory, we have the ball. We have all 3 timeouts for the chance to win this game. The defense actually did their job, and Jamar Chase doing his there. A little over a minute. We have plenty of time here. King is trying to stretch that one, and it goes nowhere. Bad decision. And with all 3 of our timeouts, we want to make sure we get a little bit more down the field before we start using them. King is going to grab that, and a great move. We're going to use our first one here as now McPherson's going to warm up some. 2 timeouts left. King's going to go up to the line a little bit just to try to put a little bit of pressure on this defense. And just him and Chase get tangled up. Not a great decision. So many yards ago, we get in field goal range. King is going to grab one, a nice juke move, and he turns it up some, and that's going to make things great. Isaiah is going to break the tackle. Are you kidding me? Denzel Ward is trying to catch up to him. He has no stamina, and King is going to go into the end zone in one of the most ridiculous plays of the season. After a heartbreak last week, even though we're not going to go to the playoffs, we do finish the season with a Mike Tomlin record. We are 500. We have that going for us, but it would have been better to have this lead us into the postseason. But still, an unreal game from Isaiah King. If he doesn't win Rookie of the Year, it's crazy. If he doesn't win Offensive Player of the Year, it's even crazier. 132 yards on the ground, 4 touchdowns, and 105 through the air, including the game-winning touchdown. Just an unreal player doing unreal things. So our agent reaches out and says, fantastic news. You've earned Player of the Week honors. Your exceptional game performance truly made an impact. Keep up the amazing work and continue to expire. Okay, but do we get money or a trophy? And our agent reaches out and says, hey, Isaiah, now that it's the offseason, I wanted to check in. Are you happy with how things are going in Cincinnati under Coach Taylor? I mean, listen, not getting to the playoffs after having an exceptional season doesn't really feel great. I think it's time that we demand a trade. So can we demand a trade and get me out of here? Are you 100% sure there will be fallout here? A new head coach will respect your veteran leadership. However, you have to rebuild all of your teammate relationships from scratch. I think we do it. I'm 100% sure. The fan base doesn't love it, but we do. She'll get things in motion. I'll send you over a list of teams, and let's see if we can get you somewhere that you'll be happy. And so our agent lets us know what we've got out here. Now, keep in mind, there's the scheme fit icon, and then there's the actual letter grade for the team's position need. And right now, there's not a lot of teams that are interested maybe in having Isaiah there, but we could go to the Saints, for example, but we want to go and we want to win. And the only choice that's logical to go and win is we're heading to Washington, D.C. We want to be a commander. Dan Quinn, our brand new head coach, says, hey, Isaiah, I just wanted to shoot you a message to welcome you to Washington. We're happy to have you as a part of the Commanders organization, and we're excited to get to work. Honestly, thanks for trading for me, man. We will not let you down. It was our pleasure. We've got a great group of guys here. I know you'll fit right in. Make sure you spend time and explore Washington. I'm sure the fans would love to meet you. We're heading to Ben's Chili Bowl right now, and I want some mumbo sauce on some wings. As we're kind of preparing here in the offseason, we had a great meeting with Coach Dan Quinn, but a hater has been arguing with your fans and trolling you on social media. One of his comments has left an opening for a great clapback. But should you? The fans will love it. The agent maybe might not. Call us Kevin Durant because we're clapping back. The fan base loved it. Now, even though our coach didn't maybe like what we did there, the good news is we are still halfback one, and we're not too far off from getting our playbook leveled up. And here in the preseason, it's a really good opportunity to do just that. So we're coming out here in preseason. It's the time to shake off the rust and get game ready. Coach is giving you the first quarter to get in and show what you can do. We haven't even been in DC long enough to figure out who exactly is on our team, but it looks like we see Jaden, we see Terry, Debo. A lot of the core guys still there, so let's show them what we can do. And on the first carry, your boy had a turn up for a first down. Here in Indianapolis, this is the place that Isaiah shined in the combine, but he doesn't shine there. Kenneth Murray's been pretty active so far. A little halfback screen dialed up. King got some room here in the edge. He's going to hit a man with a little stop juke, but he gets level. The left-hand side looking kind of open. Jaden getting into his brand new running back who's got some room here. The spin move looks great, and after that, King is going to go down at the 30-yard line. If you're Dan Quinn, you got to be smiling right now because you know that you've got yourself the guy in the backfield to make sure that Jaden can take that step to the next level, because he will push through defenses. 2nd and 5, the play action. This ball's going over here to Bennett Sanad, and Sanad is just shy of the first down marker. But a big third down, looking for the blocking. He's got it. Separates, makes a miss, and King is in the end zone. Even though it's preseason, this man says, I'm ready for the postseason already. And at the end of the game, you can tell that we shook off the rust. In his new drip, Isaiah King shows it. He's feeling pretty good. But maybe it's time to change up some of his accessories a little bit. But 64 yards on 5 attempts, a touchdown and 9 yards receiving. I think the Commanders are happy with what they just got in the offseason. King wrapped up the preseason and had a fantastic season. But the question we're trying to figure out is, did this man win Rookie of the Year or Offensive Player of the Year last year at all? And what we find out is that, well, first of all, the Broncos ended up beating the Bears in the Super Bowl. Jonathan Cooper, the defensive end, is going to end up being the Super Bowl MVP. Your MVP is Bo Nix. Coach of the Year is the Broncos coach. Offensive Player of the Year is Tyler Boyd. I mean, they were cleaning up until Max Crosby gets Defensive Player of the Year, and then Isaiah wins Offensive Rookie of the Year, but doesn't get Offensive Player of the Year and loses to Tyler Boyd, which just feels like a wild way to lose. We have no idea if he ended up winning Best Running Back, but I feel like it's pretty safe to assume he did, considering where he was at the end of the season. But going into this next season, he's got expectations, he's got people looking at him, and he's got to really figure out, can he get this team into the postseason? He's got the young quarterback, he's got a team that has a defense, but can he have another good year, or will a sophomore slump take that all away from him? Be safe, be smart, tell somebody you love them. Catch you guys on the next one.